video, I will be going over how to set up an observation in Observer XD, as well as how to do the preliminary coding for a participant by coding the task and when the subject is in view. So first, to open up Observer, you're going to double click on the program. And it does take a couple seconds to open, but once it does, you will select the project that your team is currently coding on. Just click OK for the informed consent. And then from here you'll see it says Observe. To start a new observation, you can either click Create New Observation here, or you can go up to the corner and hover over Observe, Observation, and New. From here, we will label the name of the observation as IJ, then is going to be the participant ID number, and then your initials. Select OK. It's going to take you to the files. On here, we should already have all of the participant videos downloaded to the laptop. So here are the IJ 12-month videos. I'm going to go down to the participant I'm coding today, and we're going to shift and use the arrows to highlight all 4 videos. Then you'll select Open. If you only select one video accidentally and then open up the observation, it's okay. There is a button up here to import more videos. You would just select that and then do one at a time, the videos that you missed. So sometimes it does show all of these pop-ups a bit scrambled. And to move them around to be the most efficient at coding, you simply have to grab the gray bar here, and then you'll see these arrows in the corner. It'll be in all 4 corners typically. You can move them like that. So my personal preference is to have the videos up top, and then to have the codes to the side. I also will put the playback control typically right below the videos, so I'm going to have to move them around a bit. And then I'm going to move this to the side once more. And the timers I don't typically use. And there is one pop-up that I need that I'm not seeing. When that happens for me, I just will delete this observation that I created and restart so that I can get all the pop-ups that I needed. Sometimes you can find the pop-up you need using these on the side, such as event logs, video files, event visualizations, but I find it easier just to delete it and restart, so just one moment. Also, when you do go to delete it, it will say that your observation data will be lost, but you haven't coded yet, so it's okay. We're going to go ahead, create new observation, and do the same process. I'm going to select those videos again. And as you can see, it popped up pretty much the same as I had it before. But that's what you would do if you're missing something. And for this one, I'm going to alter it just one more time. And then I will make the data visualization larger. So this is my preferred setup. As you start coding, you might find that a different way is easier for you. So I suggest just to play around with it and find what's best. So before we begin coding behaviors for this project, we're going to focus on the preliminary codes, task, and subject in view. So we want to mark when each task in the video starts and stops. So to do that, first we're going to start the observation. You want to make sure that we are at the very beginning of the video at 0, 0. you're going to press start. And then I usually play and pause the video using the space bar on the keyboard. Then you just scroll all the way to the end and play it. And you'll see it says observation is stopped, close. What that just did is it marked the start, and the end of my video. This will be helpful to be able to go quickly back and forth throughout the video. So now we can code for the task. As you can see, right now in the video, there is no task occurring. So to code that, I just make sure the caps lock is on the keyboard, and we'll type NT for no task, and you can see right here it's NT. Currently, no task is already being coded, and when you start an observation, that's how it will always begin. It'll always begin with no task. So I'm going to just click and drag using the mouse pad and find where they begin their next task. So over in this video, I can click on it to make it bigger and see that they are just about to start playtime. So I go to right about when they're about to start. And we will start coding as soon as the door closes. Now we'll switch it to playtime, which you can see here is PT. Make sure it's capital. And you will see that the color will change here in the data visualization. And same thing just throughout the video. Once playtime is over, as soon as that door opens, we'll switch it back to no task. You can use this to go back just a few frames. So no task is NT. And they're bringing in the book. And so as soon as that door closes, I will type B, and now I'm coding for the book task. You'll again let that task finish out. You can click and drag the visualization to do this, or you can also press the play pause button, or I prefer the keyboard, the space bar on the keyboard most of the time. I'm just gonna drag it, and then as soon as that door opens, we're going to switch to no task. And there should be a playtime, so as soon as that door closes, we switch back to playtime. And we will do this for the rest of the video. So as soon as that door opens again,
I love baby. Hello, babe.
I'm gonna go back a little bit using the frame by frame button. It's going to be no task, and so on with the rest of the video. As you can see with these older videos, they're not as synced up, so just keep that in mind when you're coding. Try to focus on one camera angle and notate which camera angle you are using within your notes so that other coders can use the same camera angle as well. Once you're done marking the task for the entire video, we're going to go back to the start. You can click start here or just drag to the start. And you can see that when the subject is in view, the code is IV. And when the subject is not in view, we're going to code NV. This is so that when we're running the analyses later on, we can take out the parts that the infant is not in view. So we're going to head and let it play. And as you can see, I'm going to use this up here. The infant is in view of the camera, at least one of the camera angles, the entire time. So always just, if you can't see them for a split second, switch to another camera angle and just make sure that they are in view. But sometimes there are some corners where you won't see them in any of the camera angles. If you do not see the infant in any four of the camera angles, that's when you will code NV, not in view. And as soon as they enter back into one of the cameras, the view of one of the cameras, you would switch it back to IV, in view.